Welcome back on the AM show. We serve you more sports, but a very distinctive kind of sports now. Accra E-Sports Week is Ghana's biggest esports experience, which brings video gamers, industry leaders, gaming communities, hubs, clubs, brands, retailers, and stakeholders together. One place, imagine that. It's 1 week of video gaming exhibitions, demonstrations, seminars, workshops, and socialization. Well, joining us on the show to tell us a lot more about it, we have Maximus Ametogo. Familiar name, right? He's an event manager, Accra E-Sports Week. We also have Kwesi Hayford, President, Esports Association Ghana. Gentlemen, a very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Very good morning to you too.
Let's start the talk with those who may not know anything about the Accra E-Sports Week. Maximus, let's start from you. What is the? How did this even come to light? How was it born?
Right. So we have been organizing a lot of community esports events, and this time around we want to consolidate the ecosystem by bringing gamers, stakeholders, the hubs, the brands, those who retail gadgets, and all the other value chain in the esports ecosystem together.
Right.
So that's why we want to, introduce the event at the beginning of the year, so it becomes an opener for the rest of the year for people to know the activities happening within the esports space, which is growing very fast in Ghana.
What is esports though?
So electronic sports, so that's what it means. So a virtual version of traditional sports.
Okay, so we're talking football and everything.
Yeah,
between.
racing,
basketball, hockey,
boxing. So you have boxing, golf, pool, and table tennis, and all of it.
For you, Kwesi, how big is this space in Ghana? Because yes, some of us grew up playing. Charlie back then, Sega,
Yeah.
football,
Sega.
Hey, my whole area. Mortal Kombat and all of this.
Yeah.
But at the point, we let the gaming slide because Charlie, we had to focus on. But this is big time in other countries.
Exactly.
How big is this in Ghana? What's the landscape like?
Well, I would say that, as you rightly said, beginning, video gaming has existed in Ghana from very young age. The ecosystem has grown from where it was gaming hubs within ghettos and stuff like that, and even at homes. When you travel, your parents travel, you ask for one thing, a console. But that has been in the homes and the commercial space. But technology has propelled it so much so that now we have communities in each of the games. Huge community. When we talk about PUBG, which is played in teams, have about 20 teams in Ghana, times 4 of that. That is huge. These are professional esports teams playing. So they have team managers, they have team captain, and all these...
Like in a regular
just
setting.
like in the regular setting. And now even teams in Ghana are registered business entities. So you could see the trajectory in which the space is going. First, we used to play in our homes, but now we've opened the space up for people to come out and play.
You know what this reminds me of? If you're born. But now it's so commercial.
It's commercial, yes.
And that's where this is also heading.
That is exactly the trajectory in which football took, where we used to play on the fields barefooted. Now there are the facilities there in Ghana now. And everybody is looking at Sub-Saharan Africa, they talk about Ghana.
Wow. Are we that big? Because I know the Nigerians are also big. The South Africans are really big. How big really are we?
We are big in strategies. I think Ghana, we are very forthgoing, and we make do with anything that we find in our hands to do. That is what Ghana is. Like, we are a pivot for where every idea that we find, we want to make it happen.
Maximus, how well positioned are we in that space? He says we are strategically, yes, we're out there, but maybe when it comes to the numbers, when it comes to the hardcore investment, for example, I don't know what the state is. Where do we find ourselves in that respect?
So last year we spent $62 million subscribing to video games. Dollars in Ghana alone.
Yeah.
So individuals,
Yes,
hubs,
buying
groups.
games and then subscribing, buying.
$62 million.
Yes, according to digital report. So that's a huge number. It's even more than movie music streaming in Ghana.
Yeah.
Music streaming is $5 million. So not close to.
Look at the difference.
Yes.
Yes.
In fact, globally,
$5 million for music streaming and on gaming alone,
Yes,
62
2
million.
million, yes.
What goes into the 62 million you're telling me?
So you buy the games, you buy
So the console.
points, the consoles, all the things you're buying
Menus.
online, they are all part of the 62 million, right? Even globally, video gaming is bigger than movie, music, and streaming ×2. So it's a huge industry that we are not looking into. Unlike movies where they produce the content for you, in the gaming, you become part of the content.
Yeah.
You become the characters, you become the actors. You create your own scenes by how you play and the levels you play to. And you can have other people joining the scene. So you can have like a cast of players within the game. So that's what the metaverse and things that are coming at, the same gaming concept that they are running. So it's very huge, and it has all this value chain from those who construct the story, write the story, do visual, and do the artwork, build the characters, animate the characters, put the characters into the story, build the environment, do the animation, publish it, promote it, and then those who play, and then those who organize events for people to play. So it's a long chain of that industry that people are not looking at. And we want to, project Accra as the hub for esports.
Do we have what it takes to do that? Because, like I mentioned, the Nigerians, the South Africans, this is just two of them. I know up north in Northern Africa as well, they're pretty big on that. Egypt, Algeria, Morocco.
Yes.
They are very big on this. How can we stamp our authority on this space? Because oftentimes we're laggards.
Yeah.
When something comes, we are not. There's something in marketing called first mover advantage.
Yeah.
We are often the ones at the tail end trying to catch up.
When it's done and dusted.
How can we get there?
So that's what we are doing with this initiative. So we have the French countries pushing a lot because it's big in France. So we have the Paris Games Week, and they get over 50,000 attendants alone. Now, this year, the presidents want to champion it. So President Macron wants to champion esports in France.
Wow.
That is his initiative.
The president has committed to this.
And the Saudis also
the
have
Saudis.
a strategy for 10
Exactly.
years.
India just declared esports as part of their traditional scope of things. So they are recognizing esports. Now, FIFA, we have started playing FIFA. So most of the local games are verified by FIFA itself to be esports teams in Ghana. We have that. We help GFA organize a national team, football team. So we have the Black Asteroids for the esports.
Like the asteroids.
Yes.
That's a fun name.
Right. So we have all that in the space. So we are pushing from all angles. And we have some Nigerians coming to the Accra E-Sports Week.
Yeah.
Because they know we are trying to lead and pound a new path in that space. So
Yeah. And
What I'm hoping though, oftentimes our brothers will
have the money.
They will leave us behind. I mean, it happened in cinema.
Yeah.
What's his name? Kwawansa and the rest. Today we are not on their
African
level.
parts,
They are doing Netflix and stuff, and we are still doing.
So that's
I don't want to mention.
We are happy that we have a partner like Multimedia to give scale to this whole event, so that people will know about it, and then sponsors can also come on board.
Right.
I want to talk about even the infrastructure. Our conversations is not just playing the video games.
Yes.
We're talking to stakeholders. We had a meeting with PAX about 2 weeks ago, which is the data centers. We've been pushing for servers in Africa and data centers in Africa. And where Ghana is situated, we are right in the middle of
strategic.
So we say we want to be the gateway of esports in Africa, meaning that video games.
Careful, the Nigerians are listening. They'll pitch.
They can't be listening to us, but they know that when we say Ghana, we want to make it happen. Because they are learning from us.
Yeah.
In fact, we consult for some of them. So
exactly. And
so
they organize tournaments here to take players to Nigeria to participate in some of them.
I mean, it's not a bad thing if
Right.
Africa grows in this
Yes.
space, but I'm saying that we also ought to have some ownership as much as we can.
We have to.
Definitely.
We have
And
to.
that is the reason why the Accra E-Sports Week is the first in Africa of any other country to
Let's talk about that. Accra Esports Week.
Right.
What is it? What can we expect in it? What is it?
You know, you hear about the New Year's school.
Yes.
This is our
Yeah.
New Year's school.
Okay. That's a nice way of putting it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is the mother of every esports event. So you will see that there is not only one title or game being played. There's variety, and anybody can plug in. That's the beauty of this event.
Right.
If you have your event, come and tell us, I want to host an esports event. We'll give you a space to have it.
Yeah.
And it's part of the. So this is going to be the biggest. And it's also going to be a collection of thought-provoking individuals coming to speak.
Right.
So we've lined up,
Yes.
international speakers that are sending in their esports messages.
yeah.
What are some of the competitions we can look forward to, Kwesi?
We have for football, we have eFootball, we have FIFA. We have Mortal Kombat that you spoke of. We have
What are esports games without Mortal Kombat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you know why? It means the thing don't happen.
Especially for Ghana. Look,
Oh, yes.
Ghana go.
Oh yeah, but we
as
have
far
a
as-
base though.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a base when it
And
comes
guess
to Mortal
what? We
Kombat.
even have a Chi movie in Mortal Kombat. That's how big. That is how big Ghana can go. When I told them, we were speaking to Nordrim, the producers, and I told them, look, even in Ghana, if you want to write a whole storyline of Mortal Kombat, we have a whole generation of people who can talk about it.
Right.
Back in the days, you need to write the moves on paper and memorize it. Some even write it on the walls. That is how the history of video games that we have. You know it.
I remember playing Nintendo back then. You remember the handheld
Yes.
one,
Right.
Mortal Kombat,
Yes.
and you would get to the Goro point, and you have to. That's the final point, and you
Yes.
have to. All the moves were. When he was talking about that, people would actually. I had this
Yeah.
friend Alex, and he would actually map down the
Yeah.
moves and learn them. Like
Right.
And that is smartness, right?
you brought back.
We never thought
memories.
about video games being. Now it is an adaptive skill development. Whilst I'm here, let me speak about it.
Yeah.
That the way of learning in curriculum in schools is changing.
It has changed. Not that it's changing. It's not now changing. It has
It
changed.
has changed, yes. And we want to show for that even within the educational setup,
Right.
esports is basis for STEM education and STEAM education. as well.
If you include the arts.
Yeah, so even in schools, one of our projects that we're doing, we're hoping to bring some schools inviting schools to bring their students to come to the Accra E-Sports Week. Come and just witness. It's not only about people playing games. There's a production, like this TV station production is going to be there, and there are people there, camera guys, editors, video editors, social media guys, handling a whole value chain of the ecosystem.
So this is like from A to Z, alpha to omega, crane to crank.
Yes.
12 games, 8 competitions.
12 games, 8 competitions.
And each game has a different broadcast system.
Right.
So you,
This just came to mind though. We're talking sports, yes, but do you do board games and other things as well?
yes,
So
I'm being partial.
checkers.
I'm being
So we have a-
biased here because I'm a sucker for Scrabble.
right.
Oh,
So we have Scrabble. We can, but in the list of the games that we have, Karen, we don't have Scrabble.
I know.
We don't have chess. We don't have.
But is there a plan eventually
yeah,
to
so
move
we're
on
introducing a
to
lot.
migrate onto
Yes,
those as well?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. We're bringing all. It's going to be like a festival of games.
I
So
I
we have
pray for
Owari.
that day.
So Owari will be on Wednesday during the African Games. So
Oh
we have
wow,
Owari.
you have Owari as well.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
or
want to
really,
promote our
yeah.
own. So
Definitely.
there is even Dami.
Yes.
Okay.
We
So
need
the
the
draft.
draft checkers. So we want to also build affinity with our traditional games,
Yeah.
and also let the seniors know that it's not only about playing football, but there are
that's-
games that
Yeah.
they can have. They played. Even if you get Ampe, we'll put it in there.
That'll be an interesting one. But beyond these competitions, what other activities are you putting forward for those who would come and participate?
Yeah, so we have the demos. So we wear the VRs and try your hands
Okay.
on some of the games. And then we will have the seminars happening. You can network with friends. You can even get some free playing time so that you can play some of the games before the real competitions start. Yeah.
But let's talk about your target audience. I know definitely young people. Because at a certain age, you are more inclined to this. But there's a lot more to what we are talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not restricted.
Yes.
So what is your target audience?
So we're looking at almost all the age brands, but it's deeper 18 to 35 years, the age band. So that is the core target. But we have 40-year-olds and above 40-year-olds who are playing games. Solid guys. Sim racing. We have one of the guys, sim racing guy, is about 43, 45 years. Very good, solid guy.
So I always tease. I was at a friend's yesterday, and I made mention of the fact that some of us are big babies in the sense that we still love games and we still love cartoons.
Yeah, and
Two elderly men, I am told, very grey-haired and all that, went into, back then when VCR was a thing, and they went to this video rental asking for videos. And, you know, the lady there took them to the action segment and they said, no, we want cartoons. And she burst out laughing. And these were two men, well-dressed and all of that.
Right.
I am, you know.
Oh, yeah, may I still love cartoons?
We grow, but we are still very...
Yeah.
You cannot outgrow cartoons. Yeah, if you love it, you always love it.
So the target audience is, and it's not restricted, right?
It's
Anyone
not
can pass through.
restricted, yeah, so you can pass through and then and play some of the games.
And our target is also the brands. We want corporate institutions.
And I was just about to ask about your partners, but since you started, yes.
So we have multimedia as partner. We have the Esports Association Ghana partner. We have Ghana Esports Federation. So that's the government.
There's a federation?
Yes. So newly formed. We launched very soon. We are so excited about that, right? So we have that. We have Play Province. We have Otium, Seleti Arts. We have Play Arena. We have Esports Academy. We have Pop Out. And those are the Motherland Gaming.
Yeah.
So we have all of them as our partners. So it's quite exciting. The issue is that we want to spearhead the maiden edition. Okay. You know, normally when you are chasing sponsors, they'll think, oh, nice concept and the rest. But we want to proof of concept. We want to do it ourselves. We have the venue, we have the location, we own the community, and then the stakeholders. So we are going to show them that we can do it.
Yeah.
We're going to show them.
And there's a pot prize of 20,000.
20K.
20K.
Yes. Across.
20 Soko. That's in CDs.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I should come and compete. Am I allowed to come and compete?
That's the beauty of video games is that
registration is still open.
Age.
So.
I know in Singapore there is an older age team.
Bracket,
There's a team that is actually all citizens, like senior citizens.
Okay.
Team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably will send you.
And those are places where gaming is taken a lot more seriously.
Yes.
Way more seriously.
All the time. Instead of staying at home bored, you
bored.
can play games.
And they played in big tournaments, win tournaments. They have their own merchandise. I'm like, wow.
20,000.
Yeah, but the beauty of the space is that it's not only even about the money. It's about the experience and the career pathways that are in there.
Yeah.
The value chain is big, but for us, it's creating the employment opportunities for the young people there. They say there's no job, but we say that this is the space that can create multi-billion-dollar industry for us in Ghana.
Yeah, and don't forget, we went to Bali, Indonesia to represent Ghana. We were in Istanbul to also represent Ghana. The players were paid, fully paid trip and everything. It was a nice experience.
You know, talk of all this, though this is not, but it's also STEM, robotics, and the strides we've made. You know, our schools have been doing pretty well, winning global awards and all of that. And it really piqued my interest recently when I heard of the fact that, you know, Tokyo and other places in Japan, there's a bit of a reduction in labor force.
Right.
You know what they are using?
Robots on the streets.
The deliveries we do with delivering food, and they're using robots.
Yeah.
Robots.
Yes.
Right.
Maximus and Kwesi. Robots are delivering.
Yeah. So, I mean, one of the projects we're working on is called Flight for Kids, and one for
the bike
drones
riding.
and stuff like that. When you take drones, apart from the fact that you can use it to deliver stuff, right? There's a drone cinematography.
Yes.
That's a new space area. There's drone photography. There's drone geographic mapping. These are areas that people who play
All
games
hinging on
Yeah.
a drone,
Yes.
Yeah.
basically.
Right.
Basically.
And now we are bringing a hybrid of traditional biking
Biking.
and then gaming, where you can bike, whilst you are biking, exercising the gym and the rest, you are competing with other people.
Across the world.
By the time you are done,
So you are
in
reducing
store.
weight, but you're still also having fun and so also getting
Watch
rewarded.
it out.
And if you are the type that loves competitiveness,
Yeah.
Right. So
you are achieving those ends
at
as
the
well.
same time.
Yeah,
The opportunities are limitless.
Right.
definitely.
Final words, Maximus and Kwesi. I've really enjoyed this, and I can only hope that we keep, on that.
Yeah. So we are very excited that we have multimedia on board for the long haul, and we are going to blow this thing up and make Accra the esports hub. And people should come to the venue, Esports Academy in Harcho. You can Google it, and then you'll find your location there from direction there from Monday to Saturday. And then Tuesday we have Otium East Legon. You can also Google Otium. You can pass through a very beautiful place so that you can also go and play some of the games there.
Kwesi?
Well, for us, it's a message to Ghana. This is a wide open opportunity for us, for schools, for industries to really look at the trajectory of esports globally and begin to pivot it. My wish is that the government will start looking into it. I mean, it's not a rocket science. It's there. If the Saudis are really having a strategic plan for 30 years,
If the French have their whole presidents.
spearheading, the Singaporeans already have spaces for even in the hospitality business and the tourism.
Yes.
And if we come and talk about tourism, I mean, we pride a lot about tourism. A lot of people come to Ghana, music, dance, but what if there is also another activity? We can even take our own tourism experience into a VR. That is money. Well, the ideas we can share, but some of them will keep it to...
But I love what you just said. So maybe you don't have to. You don't have to go to Paga, or you don't have to. You can be in Accra, yet virtually you experience Paga.
You can be in New York
or Kakum,
and experience Kakum and pay $5 for 1 minute.
The same thing with all the feel, the vibration.
So that is to our tourism. You can be in New York and watch all the activities in Ghana and pay something small. And
you bust my brain small. Well, thank you, gentlemen. It's been a refreshing conversation. And we can only wish you the very best as you do this. Joining us for that conversation, Maximus Ametogo, Event Manager, Accra E-Sports Week. We also had Kwesi Hayford, President, Esports Association of Ghana. Well, do stay with us. We're taking a little break. When we return, I'm sure some of you would be excited, want to know, share your thoughts on this bit, and also about sports and what you expect in 2023. All that after the break.